Hey, my name is PolishLynx. It's the next day in Sakura Succubus 2. Damn, I never know how to start the video. It's like the toughest part. Don't know why. But we are back to work.
Oh, Sakura, we missed you around the office this last week. How have you been?
Okay, not too bad. I certainly can't complain, sir.
I hope not, after you took an all-expenses paid trip to a hot spring with Wakatsuki Marina of all people. What's the story behind that anyway? Since when were the two of you on such good terms? I didn't know you had so many friends in high places.
I don't really just, well... Crap, I've only been back at work for 5 minutes and I can already feel the eyes on my fellow workers boring into my back. Boring? Maybe. None of my colleagues look particularly pleased to see me. There are no smiles, nor any cries of "Welcome back!" They're all glaring instead. It's like I've been placed under a very strong, bright spotlight. Is this what infamy feels like?
What took us over that season? We had to get a whole week off.
Wakatsuki must have pulled a few strings for him. She's wild, so she can afford to do stuff like that.
I sure wish I was friends with Wakatsuki Marina. Then maybe I'll be able to take time off the drop of a hat.
You think he's just friends with her? No, man, that's not how it works. They have to be dating.
You really think so?
Of course they are, it's obvious. I bet his whole trip was a ruse, so Kasawara and Wakatsuki could mess around all day and all night too.
Wait.
When you say Wakatsuki Marina, you don't mean the Wakatsuki Marina, right? That wealthy businesswoman who is all in the magazines?
Well, how many other of Wakatsuki Marinas are there out there?
So, Kasawara is going out with her?
It sure looks like it.
But there's no way. She's so sexy and Ogasawara's, well, he's not ugly, but he's no great cat. His looks are average and he doesn't make that much money. I mean, technically she doesn't need money, so you know. What would a woman like Wakatsuki Marina see in him? Again, I mean, she doesn't need a guy with money.
Tell me about it. Ogasawara's all limp and reedy. He's tall, yeah, but he's not exactly poof. He would be my first pick or even my second pick.
Wakatsuki Marina must have poor standards.
I can't fathom the taste of wealthy women. They're like a completely different species.
I wonder if Marina would like me to.
Maybe I'll be in with a shot if Ogasawara is. When it comes to it, it looks like Marina only likes tall guys. You're not in her strike zone.
Freak! This isn't fair. How did Ogasawara even meet her? They should exist in like totally different social spheres. I've been wondering that too. It's a mystery. Did he find a magic lamp or something? There's no way such a dual-plane guy should be able to snag such a hottie.
I'm pissed. I'm seriously pissed. There is no justice in the world.
Gee, my fellow coworkers are all looking at me like they want to guillotine me. Working here is going to be a mighty pain in the future, now that everybody's caught-owned. On to my relationship with Marina. I doubt anybody will be inviting me out for lunch, or making me cups of coffee again. Jealousy is such an ugly thing. Yeah, at least nobody seems to know about my relationship with Fine Cosmos, and he for me now, I guess. If word got out about the harem I'm slowly building, my life would no longer be worth living. I'd be stoned to death.
Alright, everybody, alright. Let's settle down.
To my immense relief, my boss quietens down my dissenting coworkers. His face is red and shiny with sweat. His thick neck straining against the confines of his starched collar.
I know we're all very excited to see Ogasawara after such a long absence, but that's no excuse to slack off. Don't you all have jobs you should be getting on with? You can chat later, when you're all off the clock. I won't have you wasting precious time like this. Yes, boss!
My coworkers answer in almost perfect unison and return to their computer monitors, just like I do right now. They have one for each person. I'm using two. Now it would be tough to return to one, you know? But they don't seem very happy about this turn of events.
No, Gasawara.
My boss looks back at me, his eyes dark and buried beneath his bushy brows.
Let's keep the small talk. Did you do anything productive while you were on your little jaunt?
Oh yeah. I was able to take a few candid photographs of Wakatsuki Marina in various situations. They might be useful if you ever want to run an article about her. I also, swallow. I know my next statement is going to stoke the flames of resentment against me even higher, but my boss did ask me a question. I don't want to fob him off. I just wish he decided to have this conversation in his private office instead of out here in the open. Curse the open plan of his designs. It's impossible to keep secrets here. I was also able to take a few photographs of Iko and Ayo if you need them. ? My coworkers ears prick up at this like dogs. They swivel their heads to look at me, eyes flashing, heedless of our boss's earlier warning.
Hey, does he mean Ayo? Ayo? Who's that? She's only Japan's #1 idol. She's adorable. Her songs are so cute and poppy. They always put me in a good mood. Her clothes are adorable too. She wears so much pink and so many frills. She's like a strawberry shortcake.
I can't help but smile at this, despite a sinking feeling in my stomach, knowing Ayo she'd be very happy to hear such praise. You know what? Let's get flames to the maximum. Whatever.
How in the world did Ogasawara manage to take photos of I while he was in the countryside? Don't tell me I accompanied him and Wakatsuki on their holiday. So Ogasawara is taking Ayo too? No way. Holy hell, aren't there limits to how many hotties one guy can claim? That settles it. Ogasawara must have found a magical genie. There is no other way this could be happening.
Screw magical genius, he must have sold his soul to the devil.
How do we know this guy is even though Ogasawara we've been working with all these years? He must have been possessed by some kind of demon. If only my coworkers knew that it's Marina and Ayo who are the demons, not me. I'm still 100% human. I'm sorry. I'm as human as they come. I never asked for any of this to happen. All these amazing, incredible things just happened to me. Would they believe me if I said I never went out looking for love? Maybe not. If they knew this all occurred through sheer chance, I think it would turn them even further against me. How lucky can one guy be? It's unfair. He deserves to die, is what they probably say. Let's go. Let's throw more fuel into that flame. Whatever. Oh, brother.
Silence!
My boss shouts my coworkers for the second time, a purplish vein standing out in his temple.
I won't tell you again. Learn to keep your trap shut when I'm around, or you will be in a world of trouble.
I never thought I'd ever appreciate my loud-mouthed, short-tempered boss, but he's been pretty good to me today. He's come to my defense just like a knight from a fairy story. He might be a good person after all. Was I being unfairly harsh to him all those years? Perhaps an apology is in order. In mind.
You can denigrate Ogasawara all you want, but I don't give a flying freak who he dates. At least we're getting photos out of his sordid affairs. Nothing else matters so long as he brings us the goods. God damn it! Before you run your mouth off your petty jealous complaints, maybe you should try to scrounge up some material too. I don't pay you to mooch around, you goddamn ingrates.
It seems my initial assessment my boss was right after all. He isn't defending me because he cares about me. In his eyes, I'm just another cog in the machine. I'm hardly even human. He's putting up for me because I've been supplying him with material. That's all this money-driven man cares about. He has no integrity at all.
Now, I'll ask for those spots later. I'm sure they'll be of use. But first, let's talk about your upcoming job.
Oh yeah, I'm not finished. You mean my meeting with Hazel Williams?
Yes, indeed. I trust you did some research on her while you were away.
Yeah, boss. I watched the videos you sent me and I searched away for more data. I'm prepared to photograph her whenever you want me to.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
My boss claps a hand on my shoulder. Since he's so heavy, his hand is similarly heavy and I sink beneath the wave of his pink flesh. I've scheduled your first meeting with Hazel tomorrow at 7 in the morning.
What is wrong with you? 7 in the morning? Ah, Jesus Christ. Let people sleep.
Tomorrow. That seems awfully soon.
And 7 in the morning is incredibly early.
Why? Do you have a problem with that?
Oh no, sir, I was just saying.
Well, I don't. Don't. Well, don't. If I want your input, Ogasawara, I would ask for it.
Now, that's the rude condescending tone I know so well.
It's nice to know my boss's opinion of me will never change. Never charge, really. Regardless of how many connections I make, he'll always talk down to me. I thought it best to throw you right in the fray after your time off. I wouldn't want you getting bad behind the ears.
But 7 AM? Right, I guess that makes sense. And where will I be meeting Hazel?
At the Okawa Sports Center. That's where she usually trains. She should be there so you can take all the photos of her while she's hard at work.
At 7 AM, I highly doubt it.
It would be good if you could interview her too, ask a few questions. It would really help us on our latest article.
First question. Are you a succubus? Right, I'll do my best.
Of course you will, that goes without saying. Now, my boss shoots me a serious glare. Don't let me down, I've been lenient lately, but that's only because you've produced such good work. Do not let me down, if you do, you'll be very sorry. And I won't let Vakatsu Marina bail you out if things go south.
Hikes. It's fine.
Beep, beep, and beep.
The annoying alarm sound, yes. Ah, jeez, shut up.
I'm roused from my slumber. The following morning by the shrill, teeny beeping of my alarm clock. I get up from my futon, hair tousled, and turn off my hateful clock with the deft press of a switch. Blood silence envelops me. Now I can finally think. I yawn heavily. Oh, that was yawning, okay. Tears bend in my eyes and glance my alarm clock. It's 5 in the morning. It's so early the sun hasn't risen yet. Usually I wake up about 2 hours later than this. My workday starts at 9 and with my hour community factored in I usually wake up around 6:45. It's not so today, however. My boss arranged for me to meet Hazel Williams at the Okawa Sports Center at 7. For some unknown reason. The Okawa Sports Center in Tokyo. But it's on the outskirts. It's more than an hour away. It will take me a while to travel there. I wish I could slide back in my foot and go to sleep. But then I'd miss my very early appointment with Hazel. I can't afford to let my boss down now. I don't really care about his opinion. Not after I've taken a whole week of work. I need to prove to that old bastard that I'm good at my job. Damn it! I slap my cheeks with both hands, hoping to psych myself up. This is pretty stressful, yeah, and it's kinda inconvenient. But Marina has to put up with way more than I do. If she can keep on top of her busy schedule, then I can do at least this much. No problem. Well, that's what I say, but you know, I'm not being entirely honest. There is a bit of a problem here. I still haven't gotten showered or dressed, and I'm starving. I need something to eat. It'd be nice if Yumi were here to prepare breakfast for me. Maybe? But she's not. Being an actress, she's probably busy with her own frantic, jam-packed schedule. I don't really have the time to make a hearty breakfast for myself, and even if I did, my miso soup's nothing to write home about it. It could never compare to Hifumi's. I guess I'll have some toast. The everyday special. At my house. It's a pity, but it can be helped. If I'm not quick, I'll be late. It might be charming when high school girls make a mad dash for the school gates, toast in their mouths, but it's not so for grown members of society. As adults, we are expected to play our parts. I've got to adhere to my own role in this rat race. Alright, let's do this. God damn it. I wash, dress, and hit in a frantic rush and fly out of my front door at 5:30. I dash to the nearby train station and I board the next train to Tokyo suburbs at about 5:45. The journey takes slightly over an hour. When I finally arrive at the station, it's 6:50. I only have a few minutes to get to the Okawa Sports Center. Fortunately, the sports center isn't too far away from the train station. I arrive 5 minutes before my scheduled appointment, flushed with sweat, but decidedly on time. I did it.
So, is your name Sakura?
A receptionist peers at me from over the counter. She seems like a sporty sort herself, her skin tanned, her hair pulled back into a ponytail. She looks remarkably refreshed, given how early the hour is. I don't envy her for waking up so early. In fact, I'm surprised this place even opens its doors at this hour. What if it's 24/7? And she had sorts of night shift? For based on its website, this sports center is open 24/7. I'm a genius. I totally predicted this. I don't understand why none of the places in my city are not open 24/7. There are some that in the city that I studied at when it comes to university, but I don't plan to working out there. It's no. Anyway, it boasts expensive indoor tennis courts, swimming pool, gym filled with top-of-the-range equipment. I guess it's pretty convenient for people who get struck with the sudden urge. What was that? Well, doggo, of course. To pump iron at 4 in the morning. But I can't see the appeal myself. Who wants to work out around the clock? You'll have to be some sort of masochist. I see. I mean, I only do running. I feel exhausted after merely getting to this place, and I was sat on the train for most of my journey. That's right, I'm Ogasawara Hiroki.
Mr. Ogasawara then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Have you gone to sign up to our gym?
Oh, no. Not customer, actually.
Really?
The receptionist lips purse.
Forgive me for being blunt, but you look like you could use a good workout. Your face is so flushed, and your breathing is so heavy.
Gee. Yeah, that is pretty blunt, yeah. I'm surprised this receptionist has such a sharp tongue, but I can't be mad at her. She's not wrong. Same. My lungs are heaving for air. In my case, it wouldn't be like that. I did kind of run here, and my side hurts. It wouldn't be like that, yeah. My heavy bag stuffed with expensive camera equipment must have bumped it during my mad dash here. To quote a famous superhero movie, I don't feel so good. I doubt I look good either, but I have to persevere. Yes, I came here on behalf of Sakura Daily, on my boss's orders. Man, we so need literally Sakura game that would just be around a newspaper. That would be so good. Probably. He asked me to take a few photos of Miss Williams for an upcoming publication, and to get a brief interview with her too, if at all possible. I believe our meeting was scheduled for 7.
Oh, now let me see.
The receptionist taps away at the computer. She examines the screen for a few moments, her eyes flicking left and right before meeting my gaze anew.
Oh yeah. It seems like things are all in order. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Ogasawara.
No problem. You too. The receptionist slips out from behind the counter, walks towards me. I think she means to shake my hand, but then she sees how sweaty my palm is and she reconsiders. It's probably because I look like such a mess.
Oh then, would you like me to escort you to the tennis court? Hazel's here already, she arrived half an hour before you did.
What? Really? I got here a few minutes before 7, so that must mean she's been here since 6:30.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, that's pretty dedicated. Does she always come here this early?
Oh yeah, she's a serious athlete, so she has to stay at the top of her game. A 6 a.m. start is fairly typical for her. She was a bit late today, as a matter of fact.
6 a.m.?
But why?
For real. I whistle. I mean, how early is she going to bed then? Because I would assume if she's so healthy and so on, she gets those 8 hours of sleep. But to be here at 6, she must get up a bit earlier. So let's say 5. Maybe 4. So let's say 8-9 PM ish she goes to sleep. That's ridiculous. I would not be able to do it. Ever. I never would have thought that, to watch her play, she made it all look so easy.
Well, Hazel loves tennis. She works for hours every day, but she never complains whenever she greets me in the morning. It's with a big smile.
Me back in the day, when playing football. Yeah. Anyway.
She works hard, yeah, but she truly loves the game. Her passion is obvious for all to see.
I guess she might be lucky as well that nobody kind of diminishes this fire of hers.
She's a truly amazing woman. Watching her play in person is wonderful. The smooth curves of her face, the way she grips her racket, her fierce daring expression. Every time I see that, it makes me love her just a little bit more.
Love her?
The
The receptionist's face flashes.
I meant as an athlete, of course.
Of course. The receptionist is trying to save face, but she can fool me. She was gushing about Hazel just now, like a character from a Shakespearean play. The receptionist is obviously crazy about Hazel. She adores her. I wonder if her feelings are unrequited, or if Hazel is seen fit to return them. That comment on that one my YouTube video that said Hazel didn't wear panties turned out to be true. Why not the claims that she's a lesbian? Each piece of information I glean makes me more and more intrigued about Hazel Williams. I can't wait to meet her. Will I fall under her spell? Just like the unnamed receptionist, I wonder.
Alright, we're here.
The receptionist pushes open the door, then leads me to an indoor tennis court. It's a huge, cavernous kind of space, a little like a place of worship. It looks like there's at least 6 full-size tennis courts in here. The floor is green, but the courts themselves are painted blue. They're all mapped out with thick white lines, with nets set up in the center. Yes, I mean usually when it comes to the tennis courts, the nets are in the center. For this room is huge, it's barren. I don't see any signs of life, except for over there. Damn, she cute. It's Hazel.
Oh my, she looks lovely today too. She's not even playing yet, but one can certainly see the tension in her arms and legs.
I mean, she's stretching, but her leg doesn't look very stretched. Huh. Anyway.
The bulging of her muscles, the sheen of sweat upon her brow, her piercing green eyes. She is the perfect woman.
Perfect seems like a bit of stretch. I mean, body-wise, why not? But I'm inclined to agree with that first-tier receptionist on at least one point. Hazel Williams does look lovely. She's standing on the edge of one of the courts, performing a series of warm-up exercises. First, she stretches her arms, then her legs. Then she sinks to the floor and reaches for her toes. Yeah, that's still stretching legs, man. She looks utterly wrapped in these exercises. She isn't paying me, nor the receptionist, a blind bit of attention. Maybe she didn't hear us come in. Her concentration is unbreakable. For she's smiling, there's a hard gleam to her eyes. She looks just like she did on the video my boss sent me when she dealt the final serve in that winning tennis match. Her determination is commendable. This woman has serious grit. I could watch her for hours. I think the receptionist could too. She stares at Hazel unabashedly, one hand held to her cheek in a way that reminds me of Hifumi.
Oh, she's so lovely. She makes this job of mine worthwhile. Seeing her every single morning always brightens my spirits. I wish I could spend more time with her.
The receptionist glanced at me, her lips pursed. What did she say, like, some time ago? Oh my god, this would be so far back. Where is it? God damn it. Yeah. So, you love her as an athlete. Right.
But suppose I can't. No. Not now. You've come to monopolize her attention.
I'm sorry. Call me pardon, but I think I'm detecting a hint of resentment in the receptionist's voice. I guess she's none too happy about this arrangement. Oh well, a job's a job. I got to take some shots of Hazel regardless of what she thinks. Do you think it will be alright if I called out to her? I'd like to introduce myself. Also, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
By all means. She knows they're coming. I'd prefer it if you could get this over and done with as soon as possible to be quiet, honest. Take as many photographs as you want and don't be shy that I'm here. Please, go ahead.
Hey, you might be angry, but think about it. Thanks to me, you might get some nice views in a few seconds. Thanks, but I think I'd prefer to do this with Hazel, just me and her. That would make things easier. What? The receptionist bristles.
Are you saying you don't need me here? Huh?
Well, I didn't want to be rude, but no, not really. You've shown me where Hazel is, so you can return to your desk now. I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, I see how it is. You want Hazel to yourself, don't you?
I thought I might have been imagining before, but now I know that isn't the case. This woman is seriously glaring at me. What does she expect me to say to that? I mean, you could have said what I said. Ah, not here! Over here! Ah, I messed up. I can't erase it, right? Okay, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna say yes, I want her, because that's true. Oh, well, if she's going to act like this, I might as well try to shut her down! And then again, I wanted to burn the flames in the work office. I might as well do it here, whatever. Chances are I'm never going to see her again, so... Or chances are you will be seeing her every day. Yes, I want her to myself. Thank you for your understanding.
Why you?
The receptionist glares at me.
I knew this would happen, but I hoped you would be less brazen about it. Young men are so shameless. This is why I can't stand your kind.
My kind? She's talking at me like I'm some sort of sea creature. What is woman deal anyway? There's something not quite right about her, and I'm not talking about her unabashed obsession with Hazel. Isn't she being way too antagonistic?
You've seen how wonderful Hazel is, and now you want to possess her. I can't say I blame you on that score. Hazel's wonderful, but don't try to be funny over her height. If you do, I'll castrate you.
I won't. Now that's a pretty scary threat. Don't worry about that. My visit here is purely professional.
Good. It had better be. If I find you out, lay so much as a single finger upon my Hazel.
So she's her now. Her Hazel now. Ah, my under alarm bells are ringing. Very much. I won't get to bed, and if I piss this woman off too much, will I? Actually, it would be funny if I did.
There will be hell to pay, I can promise you that.
I don't believe her, either.
Now, please remember, you only have an hour of Hazel. When your time's up, I will have to ask you to leave. I can't have you distracting Hazel for too long. She has an important tournament coming up and she needs to practice. When you're finished, stop my desk so I can sign you out, alright?
Right.
And here is another thing to keep in mind.
Oh god, what else?
As you're not a member of this post center, you're not allowed to wander around indiscriminately. You have to stay here, you have tennis courts. If I catch you somewhere you don't belong, you'll have to pay a penalty.
So, like where?
Oh, I don't know, the women's changing group perhaps?
The receptionist gives me a sidelong look before she turns her head.
I'll remind you once again, you only have an hour.
Then she leaves. I watch as she pushes open the door, then stalks off. I breathe an audible sigh of relief when she finally disappears. Now I no longer feel like I'm on tenterhooks. I can talk with Hazel one-on-one, like I always intended. I just hope this meeting is beneficial for the pair of us. With a bit of luck, I'll be able to get all the snaps I want today. Then I will never have to return to this place, and I will never have to deal with that receptionist ever again. I'll be free.
Free falling.
Before that, however,
I clear my throat, then
call out to Hazel. It's nice to meet you. Hazel Williams, I've heard a lot about you. My name is Ogasawara Hiroki, and I found to photograph you for the Sakura Daily. Would you mind if I took up a few seconds of your time? A lot of them, actually. 3,600 seconds. That... Am I correct? Yes, I'm correct.
Oh, Hiroki!
Hazel snaps her head. Up, she gets to her feet, then jogs over to me, her face flushed from exertion. She's a bit sweaty after all those stretches. No complaints. And her clothes are clinging to her body. No complaints. Her hair's messed up, and the pleats of her white skirt are lumped. No complaints. I do my best not to gawp at her thighs. Yes.
I did hear about you, yeah! Hiroki told me you were going to drop by!
Wouldn't that be the receptionist's words here?
Oh yeah, that's right. I come here to train every day, so she and I get on pretty well, haha.
So that woman's called Yuriko, is she? Haha, that's good to know. Rodifo, that's such a prophetic name. I can think of a more fitting name given the way she was salivating over Hazel. It's so funny, I can't stop myself from sniggering.
Huh?
Hazel peers up at me.
What is it, Hiroki? Is there something on my face?
Damn, she's cute. Hazel, I can't help but notice, is being far more familiar than Yuriko was. She's not calling me by my family name, for we're strangers. Is it because she's only half Japanese? She's very forthright. No, I was just thinking. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Hazel nods, but her expression is uncomprehending.
Where's Hiroki anyway? I think we must have met her already. Did she bring you here?
She did. As a matter of fact, she already left for. You were so focused on your warm-ups, you missed her. You missed her. You missed her. Just that.
What? Really? Poor Eureka! I should have read her. I don't want her to feel ignored. She's a really super good friend to me. I appreciate her planning a lot. We're very close, yeah, see? But when I'm as far as I get it, so into it I blank out of my surroundings. I hope she's not too mad at me.
You don't need to worry about that. I don't know if she could be angry at you. She seemed far madder at me for taking up your time.
Yeah, I can believe that. You can get kinda jealous. I told her not to worry. She was my dear companion no matter what, but she doesn't seem to listen. It's in one ear and out the other with her. I hope she didn't give you a hard time.
It wasn't anything I could handle. At least now. I reach for him back. I unzip it, then extricate a very expensive camera. Well, of course I need to point this out, you know. We only have an hour together. Well, more like 50 minutes after all the chatting. I want to make the minutes count, so we should probably get started with the photoshoot. I don't want to take up any more of your time than I already have.
You care about me that much, huh? How thoughtful.
I care about every client I work with. I know that you're a busy woman. Eureka made it quite apparent that you're training for a big event. If our photograph session was to run over, I think she'd flay me alive. We could bribe her with photographs. I'm a genius, I know. No, I know. I'm a genius in certain situations.
You were talking about ribbon dance, I called it a big collectoration, but to be honest, I can tell Hiroki doing that. She's crazy about me.
Wait, what did this say? Ah, okay.
I love her, but it can be a bit of a pain at times.
Hazel laughs.
Alright then, let's get this show on the road.
Wow, the glimmer in her eyes.
What sorts of pictures do you want? Maybe some action shots. Do you want me to get a tennis racket? I can do a few serves if you like this. Look, look!
Oh, it has a cute heart over here on the racket. Hazel picks up a racket before waiting for my response and gives it a swing. Damn, she's so energetic in the morning. That's definitely not me. She's positively brimming with energy. Her smile is a bright one, devoid of malice. Yuriko might have been standoffish, but Hazel is the exact opposite. Her friendliness is effusive. It practically oozes out of her, like the jelly of a stuffed donut. Okay. I like Hazel already. Same. It looks like this photoshoot should be quite a simple, straightforward one. She seems cooperative enough, at any rate. Some action shoots would be nice, but I thought you looked quite fetching when you were limbering up just now. Maybe I could take a few shots of you doing a few stretches first.
Stretches? That's a great idea!
Hazel sets the racket down again and beams.
I'm sure we can get some really dynamic shots like that. Plus,
She leans in towards me, arms linked behind her back. Her eyes become half-lidded, her voice sultry when she says,
I'm incredibly light. I can pull off a whole load of complex poses, you know.
I think Hazel's still talking about stretches, right? I hope she's at least, but the devilish little grin on her face gives me all number of inappropriate thoughts. Be gone with thoughts. I can never fantasize about Hazel Williams. I don't want to prove Hiroki right. And I don't want to, you know, what actually happened. For all I know, Hazel and Hiroki are an item. That would certainly explain Yuriko's possessiveness. I don't wanna come between them. I can do my job, and that's it. I can control these urges. That does sound interesting, yes. Now, can I control those urges? That's the question. Would you care to show me some of those poses? Cycle through a few different ones, and I will snap away at various angles, don't mind me.
Okie dokie!
Hazel grins.
Wow, this is exciting. I feel like a fashion model or an idol or something. I wonder if this is how Ayuwe feels before she does photo shoots for CD covers, eh?
Huh? I was in the middle of adjusting the lens of my camera, but this comment makes me pause. Do you know Ayu?
Of course I know Ayuwe. Who doesn't? She's like a national sambo. Her last album was the top grossing album of the year. She's super cute. Her twin tails look soft and silky.
Twin tails.
And I love her adorable little costumes. Her music is sort of fun too. Listen to it always gets me hyped. I like putting on the tracks while I'm working out. It really inspires me to do my best.
Right. I see. I should have figured. I was momentarily caught off guard by the mention of Ayu, but I really shouldn't have been. Lots of people know about Ayu. She's famous for a reason. Dude. Come on. Your catch that you had in your mind for a second is the correct one for sure. I could wonder if Hazel like I was a succubus. But I guess these assumptions were off base. There he goes again. Why am I thinking about this now? I'm getting distracted. Alright, back to the shoot. Show me what you got.
Yes, sir. I'll give it my all.
Go, boy.
Hazel drops to the floor, her back turned towards me. Her legs are spread like a pair of scissors, the flat of her palms against the tennis courts. The pose looks like a difficult one to hold, given how spread her thighs are. I'm sure it requires a lot of concentration. It's definitely impressive.
So, what do you think?
Hazel looks at me from over her shoulder.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
It's certainly eye-catching, but
When Hazel shifts, I can see something that looks soft and flushy in peach color beneath the hem of her skirt.
It's just going commando. Hey, Hiroki.
Hazel pouts.
Are you going to take any photos? I think a shot like this would get a lot of people talking.
You're not wrong there, but I think it might be a bit too much for the Sakura daily. Yeah.
Too much, but why?
But it's because, well, you're lying on the floor with your legs spread and you're not wearing underwear, you're useless lesbian. That's what I think, but I decided to keep that scathing remark to myself. If Yuriko heard me castigating her dear Hazel in such a way, I think she might poke one of my eyes out. Instead, I tell her, let's go with this one. Let's risk it. Your pose is too raunchy for my poor heart. Let's say it, whatever.
Huh? What do you mean, Hiroki? You don't have any heart problems, do you? You look too young for it, unless you're actually like in your 50s?
No, of course not. I'm not in my 50s. It just,
well, looking at you like this is a bit too much, if you know what I mean.
starting to get turned on. Starting to feel a bit flustered.
Flustered? Oh!
Hazel giggles.
I see. I didn't realize.
And now she's going to bring some more poses, won't she?
I'm sorry if I'm making you uncomfortable, huh? It was my intention. I just want to show you something cool.
Yeah, I figured. Hazel has the sort of innocent enthusiasm like kids have when they trust captured spiders or beetles in your face. What? With proud cries, look at this, look at this. What? Who does that? I never knew anyone doing that, to be honest. Kids don't do that kind of thing to upset people. They do it because they don't know any better. No, they don't do it normally as well. Hazel must be the same. I don't think she knows how attractive she is.
I didn't realize it myself, but this kind of pose is a little looty.
Just a little, yeah.
Let's mix it then. I would want to give you a heart attack. I didn't know you were so sensitive.
No.
To be honest, it's kind of cute.
Thank you. Laughing Hazel gets her feet. She doesn't look at all ashamed that she nearly flashed me for. She isn't even blushing. Actually, she is. This girl is impressive in more ways than one. She might be a talented sportswoman, but she's also a massive airhead. But she has a ribbon in the hair, and ribbon, ponytail, you've got me. I think she might be even denser than Cosmos, and she asked me to walk her around town on a leash. Let's not get back to that, please.
What about a pose like this? Is it better?
Hazel strikes a slightly more generic again pose, both arms raised above her head. It has far less dynamism than the previous pose, but it's much safer. This way she's not in danger of exposing her to the nation. Or to me. Alright, that's more like it. I give Hazel a thumbs up of approval, which makes her giggle. Now it's time to get down to business. I'm going to take a whole bunch of photos. Bunch, a lot of them. Time lapse while I snap shot after shot of Hazel. For she's something of a celebrity, she's incredibly easy to work with. She doesn't have any airs or graces, and she isn't cold or aloof. She obeys every one of my suggestions and even throws in a few extra of her own. I soon wrap up our shoot with about 15 minutes to spare. I am very pleased with all the pics I've taken. I just hope my boss will be similarly satisfied. Alright, I think we can call it for the day. Thanks for all your hard work, Hazel, I appreciate it a lot.
That's no problem at all. I should be thanking you, Hiroki, for coming all the way out here, huh? We still have a bit of time left. Maybe you should get a few pics of me in different environments. We could go outside, or I could show you around the sports center. I'm sure you could get some nice shots of me working out in the gym. And just across the hallway, we could go to the pool too. Or maybe the changing rooms.
Why would we go there of all places?
You don't want me to take photos of you getting undressed, do you?
No, I'm not ashamed of my body or hard to look like this, but I think that might be a little too much even for me, huh? I just thought it would make a nice change of pace, so being in a new environment. Maybe we could take a few snaps of me sitting down, wiping my brow with a towel. It will all look like I've had a huge workout session. I think it's a nice idea for a photo. It will show a more intimate side of me, maybe.
But I was not allowed into the changing rooms. I was supposed not to wander around. Oh my god.
I ran a hand beneath my chin. You know what? That's not a bad suggestion. Yeah.
Yay! I know I ain't the smartest girl on the block. Why else do you think I decided to be a swordswoman? But oh my god.
This is a risky line.
But I have my uses. Woo!
Don't sell yourself short like that. You being wonderful to work with, and I don't think you're stupid.
You don't? Well, this surprise, huh? So,
why would he think for? I don't think that as well. Hazel approaches me. She wraps her arm around mine and tags me off the tennis court.
Let's make the most of this.
Oh my god. If that girl sees that, ooh, we are so dead.
The most in the last few minutes. I won't take even more pics. I'm gonna make your newspaper article a success, no matter what.
Hey, Hazel. I twist myself free of Hazel's grip, which takes a fair bit of strength. Her arms are very toned, no doubt from working out, and her grip's tighter than iron. If she weren't so sweaty, I doubt I'd been able to wriggle away from her. You are so weird, man. She's shorter than me, but she has more muscle mass. I wonder if she could beat me in an arm wrestling competition. I appreciate your news, but don't think I'm going to the changing rooms.
And why not?
I'm a man. Wouldn't I distract the other woman there?
No, you won't. It's still early. There aren't usually another woman around.
Usually.
And if there are, I can go in first and chase them away. We'll have the changing rooms all to ourselves, so you can take as many pics of me as you want. I'm so going to die.
That's very nice of you, but I wouldn't want to be a bother. Besides, Yuriko told me in no uncertain terms that I wasn't allowed to take any photos in any of the other rooms. She said I had to stay here.
Oh, she did she? What a bummer.
Hazel pouts.
I like Yuriko, but she's always so serious. Stingy too. Don't let her tell you what to do, Hiroki. She ain't the boss of you or this place. She's just a receptionist.
But she still has the authority to kick me out.
I guess so, huh? Well, how about this?
Hazel plants her hands on her hips, her smile unwavering.
Let's take a few extra pics, super fast, on the sly. We'll be in and out of the changing rooms in 5 minutes, and Yuriko will never be any wiser. Ho 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 ho!
Cameras. I'm sure this place has cameras. I think she will find out we tricked her if any of those photos end up in the Sakura Daily. But try telling that to Hazel. She looks elated by this idea of hers. Damn, her smile is so cute. She's really desperate about helping me, huh? I figured she'd consider my presence here a nuisance. I expected her to try and shoo me away from the sports center the moment I set my camera down, but apparently not. She wants to ensure that this article is the best it can be. And that being the case, who am I to stop her? I'm a little afraid of Yuriko, it's true. But it should be fine. I want to trust Hazel. I'll take these photos as quickly as I can, and then I'll be out of here. It's a perfect plan. Now is it? The changing rooms, as Hazel claimed, proves to be quite a good place to take extra shots. Hazel poses up on a wooden bench, a towel wrapped about her neck. She twists and turns this way and that, while pointing the camera at her face. She alternates between standing and sitting, stretching, wiping her brow, and taking swings from a bottle of water. She looks like an athlete who's just returned from tennis courts, basking in the glow of her victory. These pictures feel more personal than those of Hazel on the tennis courts, racket in hand. They're all staged, of course, but they feel charmingly candid. Hazel's smile doesn't falter, she's natural at this. If I didn't know she was a sportswoman, I'd just mistake her for a model. As Hazel promised, the changing room is empty. Nobody comes in to bother us during our shoot. It's just the two of us. I was so focused on my work, I filter everything else out. It feels like we're the only people left in the world. And that's a wrap. I finished taking the very last shot, then turn off my camera. Thanks, Hazel, for being so cooperative. I'm sure these photos will turn out great.
Do you really think so? Did I do a good job?
You've done wonderfully. This is one of the best shots I've had in long time.
Yay! But I'm glad I was able to help out. I hope people like these photos.
I'm sure they will. This Sunday should make you seem more approachable. The photos of you on the tennis court will show off your determined, serious side. But the photos in the changing room should display your cheerful, down-to-earth qualities. Side by side, these photos should make for a nice contrast.
Like chili chocolate.
Exactly. You're pretty quick to catch on.
Oh no, not really. I'm a huge dummy. But being praised by you makes me feel all fluttery inside. My cheeks are getting all hot. Damn it, I won't know you an hour, but you've totally charmed me.
I did? Thank you. Hazel thumps me on the shoulder, her face burning.
You sure have a way with words, Hiroki.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm just being honest.
And I'm being honest too. I think we get on pretty well, you and I. I'd like to talk with you a little more. All this photography stuff is super interesting, and what year doesn't like being complimented? I had a lot of fun. But I guess our time's up now, huh?
That's right. I glanced my watch. I only have a couple of minutes left until my appointed time with Hazel ends. You should get going now before Yuriko gets suspicious. She's waiting, probably already. You should probably get back to practicing too.
Yeah, you're right.
Hazel sighs.
Huh. I like pressing, but I don't know. Sometimes it gets a little old. I like hanging out with new friends even more. But I don't want to keep you. Goodbye, Hiroki. It was nice meeting you.
You too, Hazel. Thank you very much. Turn to the rest of the changing room, ready to leave, but...
Hazel! Hazel, where are you?
Oh crap! I'm dead! My fingers freeze over the doorknob. My whole body tenses. I can hear Yuriko's voice from beyond the door. It's emitting from the hallway, and it's getting louder. And louder. And louder with every passing second.
Hazel, are you getting changed? Hazel! Hazel!
I hiss Hazel's name under my breath. My voice panicked.
Yuriko is coming. I can hear her. She's going to find me. Oh no, that's bad. I don't want to get in trouble because of me. We need to hide.
But where? I glanced around the changing room wildly. There don't seem to be many places to hide other than under these benches, but that's not possible. Or maybe in a shower stall, but I mean, how would you hide your legs? While I did her, Yuriko's footsteps closer and closer, the doorknob starting to turn.
Hazel!
Shit. She's going to find me. She'll see that I disobeyed her orders, and then I'll be in for it. I'll never be able to work with Hazel again. Bold of you to assume that you will be working with her ever again, even without this situation. But she might even complain about my lack of professionalism, my boss. My car will be in tatters. This is it. It's the end. I can't keep going anymore.
Hiroki, quick! In here!
Wait, what? I feel a strong vice-like grip about my upper arm. I am called forth with inhuman strength, then dragged into the dark, cramped, confined space. A metallic clog resounds around me. Clunk.
Hazel!
As at that precise moment, the door to the changing room opens. Yuriko must have entered the room. She's looking around at us, but she can't see us. That's because we are here. Hazel just pulled me into a nearby locker. The locker is so cramped I can scarcely move. How will you get out? My shoulders bump against the sides of the locker, and my legs are threaded helplessly with Hazel's. Since Hazel pulled me into the locker after her back is pushed up against the wall. Given her current position, it must look like I'm pinning her down. Her bosom is pushed against my chest. I can see her. It's so dark, but I definitely feel her. We're even closer than a pair of lovers. There's barely any space between us. Given we've known one another for less than an hour, things sure are progressing fast. It's no wonder Hazel's breathing is so irregular. She sounds a little like she's having a panic attack.
Hazel?
I can see Yuriko, but I can hear her. She paces about the changing room, the heels of her shoes clacking against the ground.
It's funny, I could have sworn I heard her voice. I guess she's not here. Mr. Ogasawara isn't here either. Did he leave? And see if my day didn't check out. Oh well, I'll have to keep looking.
She'll go looking, you go by the desk. We'll make it work.
If I find he's flaunted my authority, he'll be in serious trouble.
Yuriko's heels clack smartly against the ground as she turns to leave. She closed the door behind her with a toot, and then the changing room is plunged once more into silence. I exhale heavily, my shoulders slumping with relief.
That was close. I'm glad she didn't find us.
Shall we get out of here, Hazel?
I guess we could, but
But what? Are you alright?
I'm fine, just well,
Hazel's body shades beneath mine. Her bosom pushes against my chest more intently than ever, and her knee nudges between my legs.
Hiroki, oh Hiroki.
His voice drops to a low, subtle whisper. She winds her arms around my waist, pulling me close. Hazel, what's going on here? I thought she was a lesbian. Was I wrong? If I didn't know any better, I think she was trying to flirt with me.
There must be something wrong with me. I don't get it myself, but being so close to you is like this. It makes me feel so good.
Are you sick? Jesus Christ. Hiroki, oh my god.
No, I'm flashed, but my thinking is just fine. I know what I want. And I want you.
But what about Yuriko? Isn't she your partner?
She is, but we're not exclusive. I love Yuriko a lot. But I love a lot of other women besides her. I love men too.
Okay. So I guess the rumors about Hazel being a lesbian were entirely accurate. Because based on that confession, she must be a bee.
I love anybody who can excite me, like beautiful, elegant woman, and kind, sweet man. You've been very kind to me, Hiroki. And you smell good too. Your aroma is simply delectable. It's making me go out of control.
Now he should realize with that wording of the smell. She's one of them.
No, the robots are supposed to get like this. I can't find my things. I have to have you right here, right now. I can't believe I did something so brazen.
Hazel sits on a bench in the changing room, her shoulders slumped and her hands on her face. I can just about see her cheeks through her crisscrossed fingers. They are burning red with embarrassment. I didn't think Hazel was the sort of get flustered. Was the sort to get flustered, but I must have misjudged her. She's more maidenly than her tomboyish demeanor suggests.
I'm so sorry, that crossed the line for me. I don't know what I was thinking back then. Well, now I do.
Hazel lets her hands fall from my face. She looks up to me, her eyes large and guilty. Reading us, she cries.
I was a big all. I got worked up and let my superiors get the better of me. I practically forced myself on you. I'm the worst.
Hiroki, meanwhile. Oh my god, she's the best. Hey Hazel, it's alright. It's true, it was sudden, but don't mind. It's not like it felt bad or anything.
Really? You're just saying that to be nice, or you really mean that?
I mean every word. If I really wasn't into, I would have pulled away. For, to be honest, there wasn't that much room to pull away. The interior of that locker was very tight and narrow. But pressed against his body as I was, I could have opted to escape. I only needed to push the door open. The fact that I didn't should speak volumes. Hazel has no reason to feel ashamed. I'm okay with what happened, really. Don't beat yourself up.
Gee, thanks, Hiroki. You're really nice. Still, you can't deny that it was my fault. We shouldn't even be in the changing room. You didn't want to come here, but I insisted. It's because of me that you got dropped into such a sticky situation. I'm trying to be a pro tennis player, but I did something totally unprofessional. Your opinion of me must be ruined.
It's fine. I don't think any less of you. I swear. In fact, part of me wouldn't be opposed to doing that with Hazel again. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to get locked up in a locker with her? Just that. Nothing else happened. For preferably under better circumstances. The smell of sweat and moldy socks was a bit of a turn off. I understand the moldy socks, yeah.
Well, if you're sure. Thanks again, Hiroki. Sorry you had to put up with me,
It's fine. I'm used to it by now.
You are!
Hazel's eyes widen.
Do you get jump backers every second of the day? You're not like a total harem protagonist, are you?
If I'd been posed such a question only a few months ago, I would have laughed in derision. Me, a harem protagonist, I would have said, yeah, right. And there really is a rabbit that pounds mochi on the moon. Now, however, I guess that wouldn't be entirely inaccurate.
I see.
Hazel nods her head, one hand beneath her chin.
You must be kinda like me then. I have a lot of lovers too.
Oh. she's a succubus. It's understandable. Hiroki included.
Yeah. Speaking of which, she won't be happy if she finds out what happened today.
I'm dead, by the way.
Can you keep it a secret, please, Hiroki? Please!
You think I won't? I mean, you think I want to... I wouldn't speak about it. Why would I speak about it? Come on, it's between the two of us. I don't know if lying to one's partner is good practice, but after interacting with Hiroki, I understand why Hazel is so antsy. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side either. Definitely. Sure, I can. If she found out, I'd be in trouble too. Speaking of which, I should probably go. I've overstayed my welcome. According to my watch, it's about 10 minutes past 7. I was going, but I got lost. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with directions. My tryst in the locker with Hazel only lasted a few minutes, but it's put me well over my appointed hour. I should get back to work. My boss will be after these photos. I don't want to make Hiroki suspicious either.
That's a good point. I need to start training too. I've slacked off a bit too much. Hey, I'll let you go for now.
Only? Hazel gets to her feet and takes a step towards me. She leans in, arms linked behind her back, then breathes in.
I wasn't mistaken earlier. You really do smell good.
Thank you. Again with my smell, huh? I did wonder if Hazel had some sort of scent fetish, but I don't think there's anything all that special about my aroma. Really, you still don't get the gist of it? I doubt I smell of anything more than soap and cheap body spray. I'm a pretty average guy, all told. But he's looking at me like I'm some sort of god. The glazed, flustered glance she's giving me is rather familiar. It reminds me of the first time I ran to Ayu after her concert. Could be. Hey, Hazel. I was wondering. This might sound stupid, so really it doesn't make any sense, but... You're not a succubus, are you? Hazel's mouth falls open with abject surprise, her eyes widen almost comic proportions as she stutters helplessly.
What? Who told you? It's supposed to be some top secret.
I knew it. I had a hunch something fishy was going on ever since Hazel started pawing at me like a cutting hint, but it's nice to have a bit of confirmation. If Hazel was a little more calculated, she could have brushed aside my query with an aloof.
Succubus? What's that? Everybody knows succubus doesn't exist. Dummy.
I was banging her not doing that for. She's way too earnest. Some might say stupid. For her own good.
Oh no, this is bad. This could be really bad. Crap. The prince told me to keep my identity a secret. I'm not meant to let any humans know who I am. If she finds out about this, I'll be ruined. I'm going to get punished. She'll spit on me, step on me, or pull my hair. That's kind of scary, but it's kind of exciting too. Yeah.
No, it's not exciting. I've heard of the Succubus princess before. Marina's mentioned her on a couple of occasions, and so has Hifumi. Hifumi herself used to be the Succubus princess before she abdicated. I wonder what sort of person she is. Based on her panic, she must be quite frightening. Will I ever meet her? Please don't. And turn this thought over idly in my head. But now's not the time to ponder such things. I need to calm Hazel down. If she makes too much noise, Yuriko might hear us, and then it will be game over. For real. It's alright, Hazel. Don't worry. I already know about you, Succubi. It's not your fault.
Huh? You do? Do you have much experience, Succubi, Hiroki? You must, if you're able to figure me out so fast. I thought you'd done a pretty good job blending in with humans.
You really have. I have no idea you were Succubus at first, until you started talking about my smell. Marina said the same thing. That's what drew her to me.
Marina?
Hazel tips her head to one side.
You mean Wakatsuki Marina? You know her?
Yeah, she approached me in the bar a month or so back, and we struck up a relationship of sorts. She told me the truth about you, Succubi. She also told me I had a unique scent, which can attract Succubi for some unknown reason. I don't understand my pill myself. But I've met a few Succubi since then. There is Ayu, Cosmos, Hifumi too. It was strange at first, but I'm getting used to interacting with Succubi. I don't think you're all that different from ordinary humans.
I see. I was getting no panic for a second there, but... if Bunny is the one who told you about us, that should be fine. Looks like I've dodged a bullet. Man, I had to get on the princess's bedside. She's like super scary.
I have heard. You make me curious about her. I wonder if I will ever meet her.
And she spends most of her time in the Succubus realm, so she can oversee all of us. She doesn't like spending time with humans very much. She might take interest in you for...
You think she would?
But yeah, you've ingratiated yourself with a whole bunch of Succubi. I bet the princess is watching us even now. She's probably had her eye on you for a long, long time.
Shudder.
You'd better be careful, Hiroki.
Hazel claps her hand on my shoulder.
The princess can get kinda jealous if she started taking a liking to you. You might be in real danger.
Oh shit. More danger than Yoriko? After my chat with Hazel, I gather my equipment and leave the Okawa Sports Center. I check out the counter of Yoriko and apologize profusely for overstaying my welcome. I know I stayed a few minutes more than I should have. I'm sorry, I just got a little lost. Yeah. I was looking for the toilet and I wasn't sure where it was.
Oh, right. I suppose that explains why I couldn't find the dice cards when I checked.
Yoriko doesn't look entirely convinced by my lie, but since she has no proof of my wrongdoings, probably she could check the cameras. She's obliged to believe me.
Very well then. My apologies. I should have shown you where the facilities were. In the event, I hope you had a productive morning.
Sure did. I got a lot of great photos of Hazel. Thank you for your cooperation. Do you want some of them? I bow humbly to Yoriko, then take my leave. I mean, we could do that, bribe her, sort of. I walked to the train station, then boarded the next train back to Tokyo. As I sit there, rocked by the irregular rumbling of the locomotive, I let my hand fall against the window. Scenery spreads past me in blur. I see streets of square houses, tipped with television aerials, swaying gently in the breeze. Now that I think about it, the train was the first place we met Cosmos. I exhaled heavily, my bag filled with expensive camera equipment. Of course I had to point this out again, clinched between my legs. Today's photo shoot was meant to be a brief one, but I feel bone tired. I never thought that Hazel would be a succubus herself. Really? Really?
Or that the Succubus princess conversations might have an eye on me.
I feel like my life, once so uneventful, has started to move at breakneck pace. What's going to happen to me next?
Find out!
I'm also afraid to find out.
Find out in Sakura Succubus 2, next episode, coming tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed and see you there as well, hopefully.
No, seriously, so hope to see you tomorrow. I'm going to get some sleep. Bye bye.